Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Mick and I play Pokemon, and today I'm bringing you my 5th place League Challenge Chien-Pao Baxcalibur deck that I played in my very first ever League Challenge event. I played just Saturday. It was 5 rounds. I managed to scrape up 8 championship points for the first time I've ever played in a Pokemon event. I'm just going to go over the deck list. I'm going to go over my prize packs and my matchups and how the games went. So starting off, we have 3 copies of Chien-Pao EX. Chien-Pao EX has the Shivery Chill ability, which once per turn I can add 2 water energies from the deck to my hand. It also has the Hail Blade attack for 2 water energy that does 60 damage times the number of water energy that I discarded from any of my Pokemon on the board. This allows me to take huge one-shots against virtually anything in the meta, and he is my main attacker. Next up, I have 2 copies of Origin Form Palkia V and Origin Form Palkia V Star for the Star Portal ability to accelerate water energy from my discard pile to my Palkia, to my Chien-Pao, to my Greninja, so that it can take quick knockouts and play the game faster. Palkia also has a really good attack. He's my secondary attacker. The Subspace Swell, 2 water energy, does 60 damage, plus 20 more damage for every Pokemon on both benches, mine and my opponent's, reaching up to a maximum of 260 damage. Moving on, we have the 3-3 Frigivax Baxcalibur line. Baxcalibur has the epic Super Cold ability, which is just like the old Rain Dance ability from base set Blastoise, where I can play as many water energies as I want from my hand onto my Pokemon per turn. He also has a pretty decent 160 HP and deals a decent 130 damage with his Buster Tail attack. Next up, I have a 1-1 line of Bidoof and Bibarel. Bidoof has the Carefree Countenance ability, which protects him from attacks on the bench, and Bibarel has the Industrious Incisors ability, which lets me once per turn draw until I have 5 cards in my hand. Very useful for when I get Path Judged or Path Ionoed. Really helps me get out of some sticky situations. Next we have Radiant Greninja. He just fits so well in the deck. Discard a water energy with concealed cards to draw 2 cards. Moonlight Shuriken, pick off Kirlias, Comfeys, Sableyes, other Frigivax. Really great card. I was able to take a huge 4 prize turn against a Mew VMAX deck outside of the tournament. The casual game, he had a Meloetta on board, a damaged Mew VMAX, and I picked up both and took 4 prizes in 1 turn, so that was huge. So that's why Greninja's in the deck. He's an amazing card. Lastly, for the Pokemon, we have Manaphy with the Wave Veil ability, which protects my bench Pokemon from damage from Pokemon's attacks. Moving on to the trainer cards, we have 4 Irida. She is the bread and butter of the deck, searches the deck for a water energy or a water Pokemon and an item card, reveal them, put them in my hand, lets me get my Baxcalibur and my Rare Candy to evolve on turn 2, lets me search out V-Star, lets me search out another Chien-Pao, whatever I need, whenever I need it. Next we have 4 Nest Ball, just for consistency, trying to get my Frigivax, my Greninja, my Chien-Paos, my Palkias on the bench as fast as possible. Super Energy Retrieval, we have 4 copies of that to be able to continuously cycle energy from the discard pile into my hand, so I can take those huge 1-hit knockouts against anything in the meta. I can hit up to 600 HP if I really needed to with the 10 water energy in the deck. Next I have 4 Battle VIP Pass. I don't really care for the card very much because it only works on the first turn, but I cannot deny its usefulness setting up the bench as fast as possible. Once per, or search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them on my bench. I can only use this card on my first turn. After the first turn, it just becomes discard fodder. Next up is Hisuian Heavy Ball. To search my prize cards for basic Pokemon, make sure I don't get that Radiant Greninja prized, or the Frigivax or Palkias or the Manaphys. Next we have 3 Boss's Orders. Switching out my opponent's Pokemon is important. They throw up a dummy Pokemon, I need to get to their valuable Pokemon like their Kirlia, their Gardevoir, their Sableye. I need to be able to get to it. That's how I do it. I got 3 Ultra Balls, added consistency, be able to search out my Baxcalibur, my Palkia V-Star, my Bibarel, the cards that I can't search with Nest Ball. Discard 2 cards, search my deck for a Pokemon and reveal it, add it to my hand. Next, I got the 3 Rare Candy to be able to evolve my 3 Frigivax into Baxcalibur. I run more than 2 just because I want to make sure that if they get bossed, I can keep going and keep playing them, keep myself in the game. I have 1 copy of Iono. Iono is a really good card. I just didn't have a whole lot of space for it. Shuffle each player's hand into the bottom of the deck and draw the same number of cards as they have prizes. This is really great in the late game if I'm behind, and really great in the early game if my opponent's got a pretty good sized hand and they're setting up their their hand really good. I can shuffle it all down, make them draw 6 new cards, maybe disrupt them a bit. Worker, draw 3 cards, discard a stadium and play. This helps me get rid of the Path to the Peak that would really shut my deck down. I have 1 copy of Energy Retrieval, just the base Energy Retrieval. Put 2 energy cards from the discard pile in my hand. It's a smaller version of Superior Energy Retrieval, but it doesn't have the cost of discarding 2 cards, so I can use it for free and get those energy back real quick. Cycle through with concealed cards. 1 copy of Escape Rope, just to switch things out and guess my opponent's Pokemon out. They throw up a Ting Lu and they all have one on the bench. I can get rid of that and be able to use my effects, or I can force someone, force them into a situation where they want to throw up a Pokemon they don't really want to have up front. Now, my stadiums are supposed to be 3 Lost City, but I only actually have 1 copy, so I played 1 copy of Artisan and 1 copy of Temple of Sinnoh. Temple of Sinnoh was there just in case I ran up against the Lugia V-Star deck. I did not run against one, so it was kind of useless. It was there just in case. Artisan is great just because it helps me continuously keep my Frigibacks on the bench. That way I'm always ready to threaten with an Irida into a Baxcalibur. And then I have 10 Water Energy. That's pretty standard for this kind of deck. I want to make sure I have enough energy in the deck to be able to search, to be able to power on to Chien-Pao, to take those knockouts. Well, that's enough for the deck. Moving on to the matchups I had. It was a 5 rounds. Top 8 got championship points. I made 5th place with this deck. Round 1, I played against Arctina. He path judged me, and I happened to draw into Lost City. I was able to play the Lost City, play the Irida, get my board going, and still work through the path judge. Round 2, I played against Lost Box. This person was very unlucky. They only was able to play a Dragonite V as their starting Pokemon, and I went first, set up my board excellent with your Battle VIP Pass and Nest Ball. I had the whole setup. They just passed. They didn't have anything they could do, which I thought was really strange, but they didn't play any other cards. Just left the Dragonite V on board. Passed to me, I drew, and I just knocked it out for game. Round 3, I played a Regidrago V-Star deck, which I thought was really cool. Just incredible utility in the deck. Being able to use any other dragon type discarded moves. Super cool deck. I just drew better than he did, unfortunately for him. Worked out really well. In round 4, I played against a Palkia Chien-Pao deck without the Baxcalibur. This guy had it all. Like, he had the coolest blinged out version of the deck. It was absolutely beautiful to look at and to watch me play. And I had a handful of energy cards that I couldn't do anything with because I couldn't get to my Nest Balls or my Ultra Balls or anything like that. I couldn't get my board set up, so he took that pretty quick. So 3-1 going into the final round. I was a little nervous. Played up against a Miraidon EX Regieleki VMAX deck, and it was so close. It was 3 prizes to 3 prizes, and this guy, he Iono'd me to 2 cards, and I guess he didn't think I could get the damage out to knock out the VMAX, so he left the Regieleki VMAX up front, and I drew into Irida. I used Irida, got the energy retrieval out, and I just threw 6 energy onto the Chien-Pao and took that knockout for the 3 prizes, and that was that. So yeah, I got 5th place, and I got 8 championship points. My first 8 championship points in this season, in any season. So not too bad for a first time playing an event. I guess I had mistaken the league challenges are not, I guess, weekly local tournaments. And in fact, they're like once a month at this shop at least. That worked out pretty well for me. All right, moving on to my prize packs. This is the cards I got out of the prize pack I got for entering. I got the Ditto with Sudden Transformation, Fire Energy, a Switch, Toolbox, a very shiny Professor's Research. I don't know if I can see the sparkles very well. There it is. Pretty cool foil there. And then I also got the holofoil Arvid with the same kind of foil effect. If I can get that to show, there it is. Real nice. And then this is the pack I got for getting the top 8. So go ahead and open that with you guys now. We got Lance, a Nest Ball, Tornadus, it's real cool. We have a shiny foil electric generator. It's gonna look great in my Miraidon EX deck. We got a shiny foil Beach Court also gonna look great in my Miraidon deck, and then a fighting energy card. So that's my prize pack cards there. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope to be making more content like this for you. Well, yeah, thank you guys for coming by. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider liking and subscribing. It would be greatly helpful to me to be able to bring more content like this to you guys. I'm glad to be back and making content. Thank you guys, and have a good night. Take care. Bye.